Hello.
Hi.
It would be wonderful if you can put beside your name the place where are you coming, just to see the variety. And yes, since it's the top of the hour, welcome very much, a warm welcome. My name is Polona. I'm one of the organizers of IIT Slovenia in October. And I'm here together with Sudha Shankar, trainer and assessor, who will be with us in Slovenia, flying from India to Europe. And also Ina is here with me, my colleague, organizer, who will take care of the technical part of this session. She will letting the people in, and yes, everyone is welcome. And since it's the time, we are starting. This is the so-called 1 hour warming up session today with Sudha Shankar. We had past sessions with Roxy Manning. We had it with Iris Bavidaman and Jürgen Engel. And the last one in July will be with John Kenyon. And the aim of the sessions is to get in touch with trainers that we will host in Slovenia in October. Also to answer some possible questions about the event, the venue, and we will have this at the end of this session. And yeah, so all in all, to get a sense of the event. Yes, so now I will give the word to Sudha and to see what she prepared. And yes, the Sudha, welcome, and the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Polona. And thank you, Ina, for hosting this and organizing this. My name is Sudha Shankar, and I stay in New Delhi in India. And I've been with NVC for a while now, about 17 years. And the topic I chose for just today um, is at one level very simple, and at another level, something that brought about a huge change in the way I viewed life and my circumstances. So I'm happy to uh, share the process that helped me move from a sort of stuckness to a more liberated state. And my topic today is grappling with the shoulds and have tos in daily life. Um, It's about taking responsibility for our actions and uh, moving from I have to should to a space of choice. The idea is in today's session is to recognize how many times I say should and have to in my daily life, and to also reconnect with the personal choice that I have. And in doing that, to move to a space of greater joy and self-compassion. Um, so my question to you is, um, think of all the roles that you play today in your family, in your workplace, in your community, in the world around. So if I were to think of I'm a mother, I'm a mother-in-law, I'm a grandmother. In my own personal thing, I'm a sister, um, and I'm also a trainer, an editor, a therapist, and so on and so forth. So is it possible? And I would love for you to maybe share in the chat all the different roles that come to your mind. And there may be some that are really hidden that you don't even notice. And I would like for you to shine your light of awareness on those roles: a friend, a caregiver, etc. So would you be willing to put your um, uh, maybe just put it in the chat if you're willing to? And some of you may also respond.
You mean respond with a voice?
Verbally while
Verbally?
while others are writing. Yeah, I can see mother, wife, daughter, sister, employee. Mihala. Co-worker, sister, daughter, Greta, partner, friend, mother, partner, teacher, sister of a late sister, neighbor. Anybody willing to speak? Lena says that today I had the role of a spouse, partner, chairwoman, friend, and colleague. Okay.
I'm willing to speak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Your question of a role you're not so aware of was really inviting to me, and I noticed that when it comes to shoulds and have tos, I have some of these around my role as a sister of a sister who passed away almost 10 years ago, that there comes a responsibility within me, how I should take care of her children, her widow, and so forth. I wasn't so aware of that there is a lot of shoulds and have tos around it. So
yeah, thank you for sharing.
For asking.
Thank you for sharing, Annette, and hopefully we'll sort of go through some of those shoulds and have tos in this session. Yeah. Errand girl, troubleshooter, organizer, wife, listener, mother, daughter, mother, sister, friend. Thank you. So I move on to the next question. In the roles that you play, how often do you tell yourself that you have to do this, or you should do that? In the roles that you play, how often do you tell yourself, consciously, not so consciously, or otherwise, I have to do this? Daily. And what could be those I have to? For example, I tell myself I should be more patient, or I have to lose weight. So would you be willing to, almost every time, says Aditi, maybe we can vent a little and put them all out in the chat so that it's outside of us and we can see it and have a long list. Wow, Amy, I love that. In answer to my last question, yeah. I should be good, lose weight, intelligent, smart, witty, kind. I have to exercise. Big one. I should spend less time on my phone. Any resonance with that? Yeah. Yeah. I should spend less time on my phone. I may not eat in the evening. Okay. I have to be more mature. I should exercise more. I should diet. I should tell less, you should XYZ to other people. It sounds so familiar. As soon as I say, "You should," and I say, "Oops, no." Once I start something, I have to continue. I have to finish. I'm responsible to do it. Yes, Vesna. I have to do my best, be patient, be a good listener, an empathic communicator. Whoa, I have to update my mail forwarding service. Simple as that. I have to. Right. So, where do you think? It's very interesting because the words we use shape our experience of whatever it is that we are doing. And when I use the words I have to or I should, or when you use the words you have to or you should, what is the bodily experience of that? I should get up on time. I should exercise. I have to be patient. Um,
You
what
enter
is your
into
sorry?
stress.
Yeah.
Is that a rhetorical question or I'm supposed to answer?
No, please answer.
Oh, myself, I go into tension
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah. There's a sort of a constriction, a sort of a there's anxiety, there's tension, there's resistance, there's bodily resistance. I have to finish what I start. Yeah. And where do you think these shoulds come from? From your mind? Okay. And how did the shoulds enter your mind? Cultural? Need for safety, says Malvika. Where else? Where do you think? Yeah. Values? When I say I should or I have to, guilt, fear of regretting something later, messages from the past, family, society, culture, growing up. Absolutely. Through stories, education, school, needs, culture. My have to are that which I aspire to, shoulds from self, others, parents, society. Yes, all of it, all of it. Societal expectations, sometimes from habits, sometimes from belief. I have to exercise today because I've told myself I have been exercising for the past 6 months, so I have to do it today. It could be from beliefs because if I don't do what I'm expected to do, then there are consequences which may not be so great. And what do you think could be the hidden costs of these shoulds and have tos in our lives? Yeah, less connection with myself. Health issues, yeah. Missing opportunities. They constrict, inhibit freedom, expression, stress, loss of freedom. I would imagine guilt if I don't do it. I have to be more patient with my children. And then in the next 1 hour, I'm, shouting at them or telling them to do it. So not listening to them. And so I feel guilty and I feel pressure that I must live up to a certain standard. And it can also build up to resentment. For example, when taking the household that I was in at one point in life, it seemed as if, if in India we have help, so if the help didn't arrive, then it was my duty as wife, mother, whatever, daughter, daughter-in-law, etc., to do all the work in the house, and it built a lot of resentment. Because I thought I had to do it, otherwise I had to clean the house, I had to cook, I had to, etc. So that's something, and it built up a lot of resentment because I wasn't enjoying it. And it also results, I guess, in some sort of low energy. I do things because I have to. So I drag myself through my day, exercising, being patient, being a good listener, and somehow I don't pay attention to myself. Yeah, resentment then leads to disconnect. Absolutely. What a model I am to my children and others. Yes. Very often that question, oh my God, I have to be a model. I'm modeling a certain behavior with my children, and then I feel very upset and regret, etc. So now what I'm going to ask you to do is I want you to identify 3 things for the purposes of this exercise. 3 things that you have to do where you tell yourself you have no choice. And I would like you to, in case you have a piece of paper, to write it on the left side of your paper. To say, I have to be patient with my children. I have to exercise. I have to lock up the house every night. I have to be available to my family and friends 24/7. Something like that. 3 things. Anyone needs more time? Okay. Maybe 10 seconds more. Okay. Now that you have 3 things that you've identified that you have to do, I want you to, by the side of it, this is the first shift that we are hoping to make. By the side of that, each of these sentences, instead of I have to, I want you to use the words I choose to. And rewrite the sentence saying, I choose to. I choose to be patient with my children. I choose to be present to my family and friends. I choose to lock up the house. Ina, I know that we didn't discuss this earlier. Is it possible to put them into breakout rooms of 2 each?
Yes.
Yes, if that is possible. Thank you. So I would like for us to go into breakout rooms with a partner, and I would like you to read out your have to sentence, and then I would like you to read out your choose to sentence, what you have said. And I want you to read out the choose to sentence. I mean, read the have to sentence first once and then the choose to. So do it 3 times, each of them. For example, I will say, I have to be patient with my children. I choose to be patient. And when I say the word I choose to, I want to put in all my intention. I choose to be patient with my children. I say it again, I have to be patient with my children. I choose to be patient with my children. I should be patient with my children. I choose to be patient with my children. Is there clarity? Yeah. So go through the three sentences that you have and just experience what it is like to just use the different words to the same act that you're wanting to do. Um, 6 minutes.
Ma'am, have to makes it feel as if it's like mandatory and
Yeah,
compulsory, and choose to makes it feels as if
Pr-
it's my choice. I decide to do it.
yeah, Prachi. Prachi, I would like you to go into the breakout rooms. You'll be with one more partner. You will be with one
Okay.
more person, and I want you to practice it. Literally say both these sentences and have a sense of what it is in your body to feel that.
Okay.
Is that possible?
Okay. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can I ask something for the clarity? Just
Yes, of course.
like,
Christina, thank
should it be like I have to, I choose to, I have to, I choose to, I have to, I choose to? Or it's like I have to 3 times and then I choose to 3 times for each of the sentences?
I would like you to say, I have to, for example, I have to exercise every day.
Yes.
And then say, I choose to exercise every day. Then come back to, I have to exercise every day. And then I choose to exercise every
Okay,
day.
clear.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Thank you for the question. Is that ready? So we have 4 minutes, would that, or 6 minutes?
6.
4 minutes and 1 minute for coming back. I
Mhm.
don't think it'll take that much time.
So it's 4 minutes each, or
No,
all
4
together?
minutes in
Okay.
total.
Okay.
And 1 minute for coming back.
Okay.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you. See you in 5 minutes, literally. Welcome back. So, a quick question was what did you notice? And you can raise your hands. Maybe I'll take 3 people. What did you notice? Yes, Malvika.
So I noticed an immediate shift in energy. I noticed, and I shared that in our group that, I felt like I was taking the power back.
Thank you, taking your power back. Yeah.
There is this release kind of,
Yeah.
that it's a choice because, again, it's meeting some of my needs, which is why I choose to. I don't have to.
Thank you. Juliana?
So thank you, Sudha, for this exercise. And I certainly realized, so mine was I have to pay my taxes before the end of the month. And then I say, I choose to pay my taxes, by the end of the month. And the moment I say I choose to, I kind of connected with the purpose, like paying my taxes. What was it going to do? Like, that money was going to kind of be used by the government to hopefully serve my people, of my country. And that purpose immediately gave me some energy. And I feel excited about doing it now. Thank you.
Thank you.
So
Thank you,
I also
Juliana.
noticed tying it up, the choosing to the need.
Yeah,
is
1
what
minute. We're getting there. We're getting there. Yes.
Yeah.
We're getting there, Juliana. Yeah. Right. So Juliana has sort of pointed us to where we are going to move next. And this is the second shift that I'm inviting us to experience. The first was, of course, I changed my language from have to do I really have to or do I choose to? So I choose to. And then not leave it at I choose to. For example, I choose to be patient with my children because I want to. And then I want you to add this because I want to your sentence. I choose to be XY, to do XYZ because I want to. And I want you to tell me what comes up for you when you add that part to the sentence. Okay. I'm going to pick up Juliana because Juliana's sentence that she said when she shared about what it was for her to transform to translate, no, to change her sentence to I choose to. And I heard her say that because she thought that the money would go out to the government and that the government would do whatever it can and for the people of the country, and therefore she felt really happy too. And I'm wondering what needs of yours that were met by that. Juliana, would you be willing to?
Yeah, so my need for giving, for the well-being, this is a hope and a wish, the well-being of people of my country who need it so much. Yeah.
Yeah. So
in so many
meeting
words.
your, and I'm also hearing that you're meeting your needs to contribute to the well-being of the people. Yeah. So yeah. So once we get in touch with the needs, it becomes there's something that it brings more meaning and purpose to what we are doing. And that is what we encourage, that is what is encouraged, that we connect with the needs that are underlying our actions. And if we can do that, then it gives greater depth and meaning to what we are doing. So even a simple thing like I choose to be more patient with my children because I want um, more ease, I want connection, I want love, I want communication and joy and all of that. And then the whole there's an overflow of what are the reasons that I'm doing what I'm doing. And from going from a space of no choice, I actually get in connection with what is really important to me at the needs level. Everything, NVC points us to the fact that everything that we do or we do not do is an attempt to meet our needs. And I'm sharing here this needs wheel that was created by Jim and Jory Mansky, certified trainers. And I want you to have a look at this needs list and ask yourself, using the sentence that you have written, I choose to do XYZ because I want to or I long to, I really have a need for. And see how many needs of yours are being met by the action that you do. have you been able to identify, is there anyone who has yet to identify at least 3 needs? If there's anyone who's yet to identify 3 needs of theirs that are being met by one action, would you be willing to raise your hand so we can then explore it together? And it will be a service to the rest of the people on the group.
Somehow I cannot find how to raise my hand.
Okay.
But I can.
All right. Yes. Go ahead, Christina. Sorry.
Yeah. So it was about Qigong, that I choose to do Qigong because I need to connect with my body and kind of river of life. That's how I connectedness with everything. So connection is a need, but like the connection with my body, this is what I cannot say in one word.
Yeah. So is it about self-connection?
True, but for me, self-connection is more like on the needs and feelings
At
level.
the emotional
and
level.
this
Okay.
body somehow.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be a one-word thing, Christina.
Okay.
You can be specific that, it would meet my need to for connection with my body, which is fine.
Okay,
And
sometimes
I'm imagining
curious.
there are other needs also. I choose to practice Qigong because it
like joy of movement, for example,
movement.
and yes, feeling aliveness.
It's a celebration of life, I'm imagining.
Yeah, celebration of life. I love that.
Yeah. Needs of awareness, maybe?
Awareness.
And
also maybe connection with the tradition, if I can use more words, like connection, with the not really ancestral tradition, but like the tradition of the method, which is very much spiritual. So the spirituality.
So the spirituality is honoring. What I'm hearing is that it's honoring tradition, honoring your ancestors, honoring practices, rituals.
Yes, like all the people that were involved into creation of this ancient method, and
So
they were wise. So it's not
Yeah.
exactly my ancestors, but like ancestry in spiritual terms somehow.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. And how does all of this rest with you as you explore this?
Like I get like a sense calmness inside, and like smoothness and ease somehow. So there are less like barriers for doing that. More willingness.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing this example.
Thank you.
I think connecting to the needs gives it greater depth, gives each and every act of ours greater depth and meaning. And because needs are deeper and they are life-serving. And it's so important to know that when I say that I have to, I'm actually placing the responsibility of my actions on something else. I'm denying myself choice. For example, I have read that when the Nuremberg trials were going on after World War II, the generals were asked, "Why did you do what you did?" And they said, because they had to. It's almost as if, there was that they were handing over responsibility for their actions on somebody else. And that is an example of extreme powerlessness. And I don't have a choice there. And that's actually, the choice restores energy as well as power. And it is actually, it's not, once we get connect with our needs, and if there is something that is really irking us, that is really troubling us, that we are doing, once we connect with our needs, we can then choose different strategies. That also is an option, that is, we can choose alternate strategies, because we have many, many strategies to meet our needs. And we can choose the strategies that we want, that really are life-serving for us at any moment. Marshall's words, acting in service of needs rather than guilt, shame, or duty, because guilt, shame, and duty, ultimately resentment creeps in and the relationship suffers. This is an awareness. This awareness is for something. It's not against anything. Just being in awareness of why I'm doing what I'm doing makes me proactive, gives me choices, and I have to let go of victimhood. I have to. I think this is one of the most powerful things that I learned, that there was no room for victimhood in my life. Once I understood that whatever I am doing, I'm doing in order to meet a need of mine. And that was very empowering, actually, to be able to actually say, okay, I'm doing this because I really enjoy it. I really am choosing these needs of mine, choosing to meet these needs of mine. I would love to hear if there are any thoughts, any questions about the topic, anything that needs more clarity.
Can
yes.
I say something? I also
Yes,
don't know how
Danielle.
to raise my hand.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it's true that a lot of the things that we do because by doing them we get joy, etc. But some of the things that we do, and for me, this is more what fits under the must, is not because we wanna collect joy, but because we want to survive or avoid harm. You know, the Germans that were doing things because they had to were in many cases avoiding being executed or imprisoned by not following the orders.
Yeah.
And of course, we can also say, yes, I am doing this because I want to answer my need to, I don't know, safety. Yeah.
For survival, yes.
Yes, for survival, for physical survival.
Yes, and I think it's important. I mean, I use the example not in any way to say that that was wrong of them to have done it, but to say that there was no awareness of exactly why am I doing what I'm doing, and to know that if I'm in a job where I am my boss is shouting at me all the time, or I'm feeling really upset about being in a job and it's simply not working for me, and I choose to remain in the job. One way of seeing why I am remaining in the job is important. It's important for me to know why I'm remaining in the job. And one of that is to identify what needs of mine am I meeting by staying in this either bad job or bad relationship. Or when I say bad, I mean a relationship that is not healthy or a job that is so demanding. Why am I staying there? And once I move to that, then I can be very clear that these are the reasons I'm staying on in a job which otherwise I would have chucked out. Yeah. I'm also aware of I'm wondering whether are you open to connecting with me after? Is that a possibility?
Sure, absolutely. Thank you
Yeah.
for the offer, yes.
Yeah. I would love to have a conversation with you after. So I would like to, I'm glad that you're saying that you can stay on after the call, and I'd like to have this conversation. And I want to, for this purposes of this call, to pass it on back to Bologna. Thank you for bringing this up, Danielle. I'm truly grateful. Yeah.
Thank you, Sudha, for sharing and everyone for participating. Now I feel touched and, yeah, somehow a bit uneasy and at the same time warm in my heart. Yes, because we came here and showed in our humanity. So thank you for Sudha for sharing, everyone who spoke for sharing and also for participating in small groups. And I think that this was really genuine introductions to what can be to be together in event like this, like international 9 days intensive training to meet as humans with all we are and we have. We would like to use, we the organizers and Sudha, would like to use these last minutes of our meeting. If you have maybe any questions about the structure of the event. So the aim, the structure of the event, the content-wise, which Sudha can answer with her long year experience with IITs and yeah. And also if you have any question about other organizational things, venue, yeah, whatever connected to the organization or the event. So now is the time. Either you just open your mic and speak. You don't need to bother with finding to raise your hand, or just put the question in a chat and we will answer.
I'm curious about the structure. Like there are trainer names, but I wonder if the topics they talk about in the introductory sessions will be the topics they are bringing to the IIT, or there is a different program. How would it work?
So Sudha, would you be willing to share?
Yeah. There are 5 trainers, and the structure is usually that the first 3 days of the training, there will be one track which is meant for beginners. And those who have not yet, or who's their first introduction to NVC, we recommend highly that they stay in the beginners track for the first 3 days. The IIT has a curriculum that Marshall had set out, and we follow that curriculum. So each day would be a different theme, and there will be at least 1 or 2 trainers offering workshops on that particular theme. There will be other workshops also, depending on what each trainer's interest and each trainer's interest is. And the 9 days we have different themes like self-empathy, empathy, parenting, conflict resolution, social change. So there's a vast umbrella, and the most important thing is that when we are living together, it's a totally different sort of experience. When we are together for 9 days, we are living in a community that is possibly has shared, not just shared expectations, but shared mission of how is it that we can find a way to be able to connect with each other and see the humanity of the other, even though we may disagree on what they are saying. So this is a lived experience. And once we have that lived experience within us, then it is possible for us to carry it forward. The structure is usually, we have 2 sessions, which are plenary sessions, where the entire group meets once in the morning and once in the evening, end of the day. And in between, there are 2 main sessions, which will be offered. The trainers will present their sessions in the morning, and you can choose from them whichever session you want to attend. And there's also something called home groups. So you are invited to join, or you may be assigned to home groups where there are 4 or 5 people, where you can share your experience of the day. You can share what has been the highlight of the day, or the what is upsetting you in the day. And it's also a time where people, because there are multiple offerings simultaneously, uh, you, there is home groups also use that opportunity to share what they have learned in each other's sessions. It's also a space where empathy is provided and is offered, and is also empathy is received. And it's a space. Um there there are they can it's I'm finding it a little hard to get to any words, but it's an experience of living in a community that is very connected and is very aligned in the purpose of being there. Yeah.
Did you receive the answer, Christina?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I'm not sure it's maybe a practical question I can ask during the course, but we're going as a couple. Is it best if we split or if we stick together? Or?
Sudha, what would you say?
She's laughing.
Give us a wise advice.
We often said that, oh, if I go back home and the other people don't even understand what I'm talking about, how would that be? And that is one option. But the other thing is that the more members of the family that join, it's a very, very, I would highly recommend it. To join as a couple, as partners, as father, daughter, whatever, mother, son. But the more people in a family joining in would be really beneficial. I would highly recommend it. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, and so we came to the end of the session. Yeah, welcome to ask later through email that you can receive in the landing page. Ina, would you be willing to share just the landing page to the chat, and you can find information there, and if you will write, either Ina or me or Vesna, another organizer, or someone from CNVC will answer. Sudha?
Yeah, I just saw a comment in the thing fields. It could also be uncomfortable to live with strangers for 9 days if my needs are for safety and security.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hear what you say, Amy, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hear the hesitation and the wondering. And I think there's something about trusting the process. And it's a community of sort of kindred souls, and we are very different. It's not as if we are all clones of each other. So, given all our differences, there is a commonality or a shared intention of living and learning and living and learning together. That, in my opinion, Amy, overrides all of this. Overrides, I wouldn't say dismisses it, but I would say trust the process, trust the trainers who are holding the crucible, so to say, the organizers, and all of us together. We tend to try and pay attention to even the littlest of discord or disharmony or disturbance. And we also have support trainers who will be there moving around to see, is there anybody who's maybe experienced something during a session that has brought up a whole lot of stuff for them. So we try and see that they are supported with the help of the support trainers. And there are what we call empathy ambassadors all through, where you can actually volunteer to become an empathy ambassador for the day in order to be able, so that other people know that if they are feeling troubled, they can approach people. So we do try and see, we do try and, well, I can't say make sure, we do try and make attempts to see that any sort of emergency or exigency is addressed, is noticed, is addressed, and is held in a way that can be nurturing. Amy, does that help in any way?
Thank you. Yeah, it's useful. I've never been to any IIT, so yeah, it's like the price is also quite something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hearing that maybe it's not easy with the price, and considering privacy, there are all different options of accommodation, also single rooms and double and triple. So and there is nature and other places that one can find some solitude, privacy if they want. Yeah.
And also, I think there is a financial assistance. So if it is the cost that is keeping you away, you can apply for financial assistance. The decision is taken later. After a few months. So when somebody from the organizing team, the financial assistance committee, will contact you and ask you questions and try and see how is it that we can meet as many needs as possible.
Yes, please do. If do you think that this can support you, please ask. There is a special place in application where you can ask for a financial assistance, and I guarantee that we take these applications with a lot of care and respect, and we come to you. We enter into conversation because we want people in the event, and you are very much welcome. Yes, I see that also some people are saying goodbye in the chat.
Yeah.
So with this, thank you very much for your participation, and have a nice evening or day. Yeah, depends from which part of the world you are waving and sending hearts.